See what happens when you play with fire?
You get burned. Trust me.
What is going on, everybody? Anthony here, 6 Mafia, man. We are on episode 120, Saturday night, my friends. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday night. Let's go ahead and say what's up, though, to everybody in the chat. I do believe I have Jay coming here a little bit later, possibly Rob. We will see, my friends. But let's see what's going on. What's going on with 6 Jedi? What's up, my man? What are we? Wait, what are we smoking? Oh, yeah, it's funny, man. 𝗕𝗔𝗦𝗔𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗕, my man. Greetings, friends. Can't make it live. Hey, appreciate it, though. Want to stop by, say hey, fantastic show. Thank you, my friend. Please make sure to leave a like, everyone. Thank you, my dude, AJ, my man. Jedi Knights Watch, Graham. What is up, man? Looking forward to another great quality stream. Appreciate it, Graham, man. What is up, my friend? Sinister as well. What is good, dude? How's everyone this fine weekend? Get ready for another awesome stream, dude. Hey, appreciate it, my man. Appreciate it. We got Colin also in the house. What is good, man? Hey, everyone, excited for the stream. Hope everyone is doing well. My friends, I hope everybody's doing well as well. Evangelion, when you speak Beetlejuice, you summon me. Hell yeah, dude. That is awesome, my friend. Mark Hansen, what is good, my friend? We got X-Man Supreme also. Lewis Lebitz, what is up, my man? Happy birthday, by the way, everybody. Give him a nice happy birthday while we can, my friend. How you figure? What is good? What's up, my friend, as well? Got Stephen Lawrence in the house. What is up, dude? Star Control, what's good? We got Keith. What is good, my man? What's up, everybody? It's been a great month, dude. It's been a crazy month. We're barely at the edge of February, and there's already so much great stuff happening. It's freaking awesome. 12-inch Moose Stream, what is up, my friend, as well, man? We got Justin McFly, my brother. What's up, my man? Ragamon Chris in the building. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School. I travel quite extensively. I lived through the Black Plague and had a pretty good time during that. I've seen The Exorcist 106. That's funny. Hell yeah, bro. And it keeps getting funnier. That's right, my friend. That is right. Cylon X-Men, what's up, my friend, as well? We got Force in the building. What up, my man? Oilers Workshop. Today is a good day. I'm sure there's more to that story that we'll see in a moment. Late Bloomer, my friend, what is up, my brother, as well, man? We got Dustin O'Neill in the house as well. Primetime Reviews, what's up, man? How you doing today? What's good, brother? What's good with you? Renz Talentino also in the house. What's up, my man? Good evening, everyone. Hit that like button on your way in. Appreciate it. Charlie the Unicorn. That's right, my friend. That is right, man. My man CT603 also. What's up, brother? Who else we got in here? Brandon as well, man. 2024 is off to a bang. With all these amazing releases, we will all be broke before Christmas, dude. You're not wrong. It's been quite a crazy time. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate it. There we go. Oiler says today is a good day. I got to hug cinematographer. It's my dude Harry. Shout out, and hold Full Metal Customs Hellboy Big Baby Metal 1/6 replica in my hands. Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys are doing that mini con, right? And where's that? Is it in Reno somewhere? I don't know, but it's cool. He got to meet up with Harry, man. He's such a cool guy. He's so awesome, dude. Who else do we got in here? Philip the Fool, what's up, my man? What is up, dude? How you figure? Appreciate it, my man. Intro's great. Reminds me of how many action movies, dude. That's all I want. If we can get all those figures, how sweet would that be? Texas Boy also in the house. What's up, man? Best opening 1/6. Appreciate it, dude. Let's go. Nothing gets me hyped more than being a collector than this opening. Appreciate it, my friend, dude. Same. I love all that shit, dude. So we got Doc Bat also. What's up, my friend? SpongeBob Squareballs, what is good, my man? Thank you for coming through as well. We got Derek in the house too. Good evening, everyone. Ready for some good plastic crack conversations? Yeah, I know, right? I know. That's what it's all about. Electric Collector also. What is good, my friend? 12-inch Moose Stream says, hey, I bought a Moon Knight for less than 200 out the door today. Dude, congrats, man. Good pickup, my friend. That is awesome, man. Who else do we have in here before we get into it, my man? Awesome. Sure, hey, it's old school, bro. You know how we do. God, I hope the new X-Men cartoon is going to be awesome. I hope so, man. Django Feta Cheese, what's up, man? What's up, party people? It's pretty awesome, my man. Star Control as well, man. What is good, my friend? Dustin O'Neill in the building as well. Guys, if I miss anybody, my apologies here. Windman 42, what is up, man? Hope you're having a good day as well. Darth Chopper, man. What is good, man? What is good? Blackbird Tech also, what's good, man? We got Brad in the house, man. 1/6 shape, my man Hector. What's up, brother? What is up? Toy Box, man. What's good, dude? Aaron collects as well. We got Don in the building, man. I think maybe I don't know if I missed anybody, man. Chris, my man, looking forward to DS9 Kira. Great picks. Hey, thank you, my man. She should be shipping now. Jeffrey also in the house. Peace to all, my friend. Toy Box, my dude. What is good? I think that's might be it, man. Apologize, man, but we'll say what's up, man. We'll let's bring in brother Cousins.
Hey, what's up,
Hello.
everybody?
All right, there we
What's
go.
up, ladies and
There we
gentlemen?
go.
How y'all doing? What's
How are
up,
you?
sir?
How are
Doing
you?
good, brother. How you doing, bro?
Good. Better.
Awesome.
Adjusting.
Awesome.
But good. Doing well. I got my C3PO in today.
Nice, man. How you like it, man? How you like it?
I love it. I love it. You know, we've talked about this before in
Yeah.
the past. Talked about it with everybody in the chat.
Yep.
And Attack of the Clones came out, and I was like, ooh, must resist. Like,
yeah.
not that I didn't want it, and he's very different. He's definitely
Yes,
very different.
yes.
But being the first Hot Toys 3PO, I was like, of course I want to get it. I want to see how they do a 3PO.
Of course.
But I held off, man, because I was like, you know, once we saw Attack of the Clones, we're like, well, shit, they're gonna do something, and then 40th
Exactly.
is coming. So,
Yep.
yes, long story, but I'm glad I waited because I don't have a lot of fucking space, dude, to have multiple 3POs. So
Exactly.
you know, but I love him. I love him, dude. He's awesome. I did a bit of a short. I haven't been able to really. He literally just got here.
Gotcha.
My mailman like waits till the end of the day, so it kind of sucks. But
I hate that. Yeah, my UPS guy's like that. He doesn't usually come until like one day he surprised me. He bought something to me like at 10 a.m. I was like, wow. And it was a different driver. My usual driver was on vacation. But my regular driver, yeah, he never gives me anything until like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Sometimes I even have to call UPS, like, is it really gonna come today? And they're like, yeah, we promise you it's gonna come. And it always does, but sometimes it's at like 9 o'clock.
You know, it's weird too, because like I seldom order overseas. Seldom.
Right.
You know,
Hey, Force, what's up?
but my dumbass, I thought I had already pre-ordered it. And when I was looking through all my orders, I did not. And I was like, you know what?
Right.
Shit. You know what? I was like, I guess I could pre-order it now, but then I was like, it wasn't that much more for me. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. But the messed up part though is, dude, this shit got here Monday, bro. But it was stuck in customs till today. Or till yesterday. And then it came from LA yesterday to now, but like for 5 days.
It just was sitting in limbo. And then it's like as soon as it gets bounced out, it just like they just rush it to you. But when it sits like that, it's just that's very nerve-wracking. That's crazy. It's like why is
it's
it just
crazy,
sitting in
bro.
customs?
It's nuts, bro. Charlie Unicorn said I had to make room for some new figures. Also, goddamn it, my shelves are almost full again, dude. It's and this is just one room, Jay. You know, I've got the other room. You've got the other room. It's just it is crazy. Christian, my man, what is up, dude?
Hey, Christian Dior. What's up,
my man?
What's
What's
up?
up? Jedi Chris, what's up, dude? You all right? Right? Yeah, it's a inside joke in the Discord. That's awesome, man. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Moose Stream, my man, essential viewing and participation, positivity. I appreciate my friend.
Charlie just loves to bust my balls about the figures I buy over the seas. Yes, I buy figures overseas from Tencent. Yes, I do. But I'm going to tell you something. I am definitely slowing down on that because I have a lot of pre-orders coming from Sideshow. So Vader may be the last one for a minute, not the last one, period, but for a minute because
Well, there's a shitstorm coming again.
Oh, it is. Oh yeah.
So, you know, you don't want to, and I don't know your situation, but for anybody else, even in general, you don't want to drown.
You can't afford it. You can't drown yourself. Yeah. You really can. I've done it over and over again, and pull myself out, and right when I pull myself out, fall right back into the ocean. Yeah, but
I agree. It's crazy, man.
It's hard.
CT says need 2 C3POs, just like Han and everything else. The cockpit, good problems. It is, man. But I can't be doing everything Star Wars. I wish I could, man. It sucks. But I don't have the room or the money. Dinesh, my man, what is up, man? Hey, everyone. How are you, my friend? We got Andrew also in the house, man. Ready for some new hot shit like fresh dookie over a volcano. Hell yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Elected Collector. Yeah, man. I need to actually do one as well, Jay. Yours is still coming along, right?
Dude, I'm still working on it. I'm at like the middle of it. And because I wanted that. Well, I did one portion of the room out there, and then I got Kurt Cobain, and I was like, you know what? I really want to show that Kurt Cobain with Bill and Ted and all that. So I got to refilm that, but it's coming. It is coming. It is coming. I really kind of wanted to have it wrapped up this weekend, but it's coming. It's been a while. I think it's been a year since I did one. So
yeah, about the same for me as well. Brad, my man, that Obi Vader is fire. I
can't wait.
want to talk about that too tonight, but go ahead, Jay.
That was a 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗏. Yes.
Oh, you
not
did?
a 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗏. That was a toy by an agent, which is the same difference. But we
That's
want to
the
make that.
same thing.
We want to clear that up because I know some people would go to 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗏 on eBay, and that's not the thing.
Oh,
if
you
you're
probably
going
don't
to
wanna
go
do
that
that.
route,
Yeah.
you want to go that route. But
No,
yeah,
100%, dude.
Mine's is on the way. I think it's in Archer Ridge right now, Arkansas. So it's on the way.
Wow, so you already got it pretty quick. You know, it's interesting. I will say, what's up though, Collectible Chats, my brother, man. What's good, dude? Blessings all. Blessings to you, my friend. Here's the thing that 700. I saw somebody buy it for 700. I don't. That's nuts. I agree. Yeah. I agree. But hey, we'll talk about this Ahsoka here in a little bit. Since we're on the topic, I do kind of want to bring them up. So it's interesting because and I think a lot of you guys in the chat know, it must be a random lottery. I can't figure this shit out, dude. It's been Sideshow keeps changing their shit every year or two, so I don't know what the hell's going on. But I had day one pre-ordered this specific Vader.
I remember.
Yeah, and he's been paid off because the projected release date was October to March, if you guys remember. Right. So what happens is, what Sideshow's been doing lately is if the earliest month is October, your payment plan will start will end right at October being the earliest projected release, right? So I started getting charged like, I don't remember, May, June, July, August, September, or some shit like that. Because I remember that I was like, yo, I'm getting charged already. I was like, oh shit, okay.
It's coming.
Yeah, so it's been all paid off. Everything's good except the tax and ship, which is like $40, I think. That's your final, right? When you get an email saying, hey, we're preparing to ship, they'll charge you that final, right?
Right.
A lot of people I've seen have gotten that email. I'm crickets over here, bro. I got nothing. So I'm like, that's interesting. That's interesting. So
yeah, I have one from Sideshow as well. But I got mine. I think it was a waitlist, and it was a waitlist conversion. And what I'm learning, once they go from waitlist once it's on waitlist and it gets converted, you're kind of at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Of the queue. And at least that's how it seems for me. It may be different, but it seems that's what happened with me with the Mark III Iron Man. It was a wait list. I converted, and then I waited, and I got it. I got it right before like right around the Christmas time. But it had been out a while before then. But this is weird. This is really weird how this is working, because I know our friend 𝗕𝗓𝗓, he actually he got a notification. He got a notification as soon as it dropped in Hong Kong. So his should be coming pretty soon. I think they're pulling the money out for his as we speak. So, and I know a couple other people have it coming from Sideshow as well. And the funny thing about it is, and I know you probably heard about it as well. Our friend 𝗕𝗓𝗏𝗧, I think he had said on a couple of streams way back that this and Obi-Wan have been done for a while. They've been actually the production run. They've been ready. They've just been waiting for the right time to put them out. So it kind of makes sense. That kind of tracks that the fact that Sideshow has some readily available right now. Not sure exactly how many they have. I mean, with all those SKUs, I'm sure they have a shit ton of these because they knew this was going to be a high commodity. But
remember, there's 4 SKUs. Now, but here's the thing that I'm curious about, and I see a lot of the guys in the chat also having mixed results here from different orders and whatnots. Now, did you pre-ordered yours? Do you know what version that you pre-ordered from Sideshow?
It's the special edition deluxe, the big.
So it's like the deluxe,
all in,
exclusive?
all in. Yes.
All right, so I think that's DX28.
Yep.
I think, right?
Correct.
So
I believe so. Yes.
Now let me know in the chat, guys, which one you guys ordered, because what I ordered was, I guess, DX28, but the non-exclusive. I didn't get the one with the Grand Inquisitor hologram.
Okay.
But that was just kind of like a brain fart. Like when I was ordering, I was like, oh shit. And I just was like, oh, the exclusive, whatever, boom. And then, or the deluxe, and I clicked it, and then boom. So I wonder if that is a factor. I don't know. I'm not too sure, my man. CT said he did get his notice. 167 has not received his. Yeah, Keith, I love that too. USB is the future, and I'm glad we're finally here.
I'm so glad.
That's
the biggest accessory I'm excited for. The fact that I could just have a Vader always lit up, and I don't have to use those batteries. That for me is I'm so excited for that feature alone.
Yeah, I love it. Well, because I have the Grand Inquisitor. That's him right there, lit up. I love it. I love that.
Great figure.
Yeah, and it's a great quality of life, like moving forward. This all needs to be going that way. Ben Thomas, what's good, my man? Hope you're having a good Saturday night, dude, my man as well. Let me see what a couple other people are saying in the chat, man. We got Rob Passmore in the house. What is up, my friend? Agent Silverfox, what are you doing up, my friend? He said, yo, guys, finally watching live back home after watching Scotland beat England at rugby. Oh, all right.
Nice.
Hell yeah, my man.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good, my dude. Texas Voice has never made a final payment so fast. All right, well, yours.
I'll bet.
Yeah. My man Hector says, currently showing some love to my Empire Vader to help me not FOMO myself into this. We'll wait for return. Listen, yo, Hector, that's the thing. Like, that's how I felt with 3PO, where I was like, well, I don't really want Attack of the Clones. It's cool, but I'm gonna wait for Return of the Jedi. So this may be the same situation for you, right? You're like, well, if you really want Return of the Jedi Vader, and you don't want multiple Vaders, then yeah, just wait. Because otherwise, I'm like, yo, this thing is really badass. But still, I totally get that. What's up, Mark P? How you doing, my friend?
Can I be honest?
Doesn't bother me.
Can I be, to be quite honest, after like really looking at that C-3PO, the new one, the Return of the Jedi one, I'm like, damn. I really feel like I have C-3PO. Don't get me wrong, the Attack of the Clones version, that's a great art piece. It really is. And it looks fantastic. It's really, I really love it just as a figure. And the fact that that's the first C-3PO and it's real from Hot Toys and it's so different. But man, now that we have the Return of the Jedi one, it really feels like I have C-3PO right now. So yeah, I hate to say I kind of love the Attack of the Clones one just a little less now that I have the gold one. So
yeah.
It's for all of you that wait. I can safely say you probably made the right decision.
Well, you know better than anybody for your collection, right? So
exactly,
I totally get that. Blackbird Taxi passed on this one, getting Return of the Jedi. Totally. Keith got the DX27. Yeah, it was interesting, right? Because the deluxe, well, the base that they came with, right, is the freaking Mark 85.
Exactly.
Base, right? So that's kind of interesting. And I remember when this first dropped. I'll wait till we get it in hand, but it really looks like the quarter scale Return of the Jedi Vader base. Very similar, which that's cool. That's cool to me, man. So
absolutely.
Deluxe Vader special final payment pushed to end of March. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't gotten an email, dude. So the hologram one may have been exclusive. I don't fucking remember. Was it? Did they do like
I think so. Yeah, that was a time thing, I believe.
They did that with like Wolverine and a couple others.
Yeah, that's when they were doing that shit. I think yeah. Hector's right. It was a time release.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's been a while, man. I forget shit. Brandon says I went to Lux and this will be my first Vader. Loved the opportunity for Lux. Yeah, man.
Nice.
2 different looks is great, dude. The thing that I'm having is I feel like this Vader is still going to be like all the Vaders that we have, where the suit can be kind of, you got to be careful, start to peel a little bit right here. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that sucks is the fucking gloves, bro. Everybody who owns a Vader knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
You kind of swap out them hands. You're like, dude, motherfucker. So you know what I'm saying? It sucks, man. So, but I'm glad. So yours is already on the fucking way.
It's on the way. Looks like Aaron's is too, yo.
Hell yeah, bro. Look, and, say what we will. I was not a big fan of the Obi-Wan show, but dude, this Vader, that's fucking badass, though. I mean, so
you can't deny this one scene, this episode right here. I get it. It was a lot of shit in the Vader that in the Kenobi show that could have been better. I mean, him trying to hide, lay up underneath his coat, walk away like some Inspector Gadget shit. Yeah, it was some cringeworthy moments. Yes, it was. But what we got out that show was amazing, and that last battle, that scene. Man, it
was fun to, you know what I mean? And the way we collect stuff anyway is we can create our own stories and setups and just have fun.
Absolutely.
You know, that's why I bought the Grand Inquisitor. That's why I bought Reva and the Purge Troop, because I'm like, this is cool. You can tell your own stories with it, you know, and have fun.
Right.
I love taking photos. And speaking of Charlie, hey, appreciate, man. But so what do you think about these pictures from Hot Toys? I think they're okay. I think they're okay, man. Looking through some of these, I think the final product is a little bit softer than the prototype, but I think the photographers did a good job. And I think overall this Vader is going to be badass, you know. So for sure. CT says all of the Vaders. My man Aaron also, yeah, just checked. My Vader is on the same spot as yours. Speaking of my other buddy Jay, what up, my man? Drunk 3PO in the house, man. What's good, brother? He says sick. Yeah. I mean, you know, and I know, like, I'm not a big fan of the show, but dude, this figure's fucking awesome. I can't wait to get it, dude. I can't wait to get this, dude. And now that we got our 3PO, then we got our Return of the Jedi Vader coming.
Yes.
Fuck, man.
Yes.
Fucking awesome, dude. So, man, I want to know where my damn Multiverse of Madness Wanda's coming in. I think we all want to know about that one, dude.
She's always delayed. She is always delayed. It's ridiculous.
Dude, it's crazy, man. Karen Kelly, Nerd Corner, was good, my friend. Good evening,
hey,
dear brothers. Sorry I'm late. Hope all's well. No, man, what is good? Thank you for coming through as well. My man Justin McFly says, so much hotness coming out. Imagine what's yet to come. Amazing time to be curating a collection. Positive vibes, bro. You know, and we thought that like fucking 2023 was nuts. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Jay, let's fucking you want a hot toy, bro? That'd be awesome. That would be fucking awesome. Let's make it happen, bro. But dude, I think you would probably prefer Return of the Jedi Vader. I think you'd prefer Return of the Jedi Vader. Let me know, man.
Absolutely.
What's up, Brian, my man? Yeah, it's crazy because we thought that 2023 was gonna be fucking nuts. And it kind of was. You know, we got bombarded with a ton of shit, ton of vehicles. We had InArt coming into the scene, a lot of shit, right? But now I'm like, is 24 gonna be worse? I think 24 is gonna be worse because there's nothing. Disney is, I don't know, creatively fucking bankrupt. They don't have anything coming, right? This year we have Deadpool 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. Maybe the Acolyte, but I don't really know about that. So there's no other movies in the theater. There's nothing to make merchandise for, right? Except kind of going backward.
Oh yeah, and it's the year of nostalgia feels, and I think with, you know, anniversaries coming around the corner for like Terminator and all that, I really feel that we're gonna get some stuff that we wanted to get for years. If you look what's going on with the third party stuff, like we look at that battle damage T800 that a lot of people have right now. I think Present Toys is like really like making dreams come true right over here, and we all know how Howard and how Hot Toys is. They're like, wait a minute, somebody's getting money. Oh, we can dust those off and get some money, or we can hype them up a little bit, add some, you know, some USB lighting technology in there, and let's go. Bro, so I really think that will happen.
It's the 40th anniversary of Terminator.
Yeah, it's the best time to do it. It's the best time for them to do it. And I know NR said they was going to do it, but I mean, Hot Toy, what's going to stop? What can stop Hot Toys from doing it outside of having the license? And I think if anybody can back up, if anybody can back up that Brinks truck and get that license, it could be Hot Toys. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah,
the figure 2.0 reissue Renaissance. Yeah, it's well, look, if you want to tap into some stuff, man, I'm happy. We got Han Solo. I never thought that was gonna fucking happen again.
Right.
Oh, now I feel like anything's possible. Caleb Kleck says 2025. Fuck, that's next year too, right? Is the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith.
Yep.
AKA the best Star Wars movie. I'm saving some funds for that Avalanche. It's a pretty good film. But you're right.
I like it a lot, but I don't know the best.
That's going to be crazy. That is going to be crazy. Sinister also saying third parties are now moving into Star Wars. Finally, let the collector wars begin. Yeah, that is interesting. We got some janky looking Emperor. We got the Padme, you know, Queen Amidala. We got that Yoda that they were doing with the chair.
Yes, that's right.
We said got those royal guards. Previous to that, we got Emperor outfit as well. Remember, so it's it's very
the jacked up hair Anakin. No, let's not forget about that one.
the chosen one, the chosen one.
Yep.
My man CT says nothing will be worse than 2023. Nothing. Think about what came out: DeLorean, snow speeders, Ecto 166 Batmobile. Yeah, you're right. I mean, but I feel like that they're not really letting off the pedal.
No. I mean, we got some good ones.
Much vehicles this year. If you're not into vehicles, then you're safe. Thankfully.
89, baby. I think that's going to be. I think a lot of people, Well, the thing is, with the good thing with vehicles is you can't have every vehicle, right, Anthony?
No, you cannot, man. I wish I could, but I can't. I wish I could, man. Hector says I'd take a Revenge of the Sith Vader. Hell yeah. Fully licensed Conan, yeah, dude, that would be great. I know Hector would love that as well.
Yes, that would be great. Absolutely.
Artisan Teen Wolf after Chewbacca. It's pretty badass. Yeah, Teen Wolf would be great, my man.
Hell yeah.
Michael J. Fox, fuck yeah, dude. CT says if you are still here, you survived the 2023 tsunami. You are survivors. Yeah, bro. Agreed. Oh. Survivors, everybody out there, man. F in the chat, man. For those we have lost this year. Texas Boy says, bro, don't buy that third-party Emperor. Just throw $200 in the fire right now. If you do, yeah.
But you know what? Second Brother had a good idea for that one. He was like, look, if you get the Return of the Jedi Vader, you can get that Emperor, a Universal Emperor, whatever the hell they call it. You can get that and have Vader give him the last ride. You know what I'm saying? You could,
because he's so you can't really look at him, so he can be held up with the electricity on him.
Yep.
And, something that could be fun. That could be fun. Guys, I'm gonna bring up the Ahsoka. Can we talk about this?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I got a lot of people being excited for this. Some people are not excited for this. I haven't really talked to you about it. But I would preface that, like, I didn't think they were going to do this shit. So
I knew it.
But did you though? I mean, did you really, deep down in your heart, you knew this was coming?
I'm saying, yeah. Why not?
Because I feel like I got sideswiped. I didn't think that they were going to do a younger version. When Disney, it's funny because Disney does shit. Because me and my mom looked at this and she said it. She was like, I bet they're going to do the figure. I was like, really? She was like, yeah. Disney did a bunch of posters, and they do this for the Mandalorian. They do this all the time. Like after episode, they'll put up like a little graphic online of like the characters, and they had a poster of Ariana Greenblatt as Ahsoka with Hayden Christensen's Anakin Skywalker. They had the poster of them, and that caught fire. It was like a bunch of likes. It was so many. It blew up on social media. So when I saw that, I was like, and then with that announcement that we got not too long ago, when they said they were going to go deeper into the Ahsoka line and give us more figures, and we were all thinking, oh yeah, we're getting Baylan and Shin, all that, and I'm like, we're gonna get them.
We are. We're getting everything. We're getting everything. But that let me know right there. That's like, oh, they're going all in. They're going all in on that line. So, yeah, why not?
Do you think that the reason for this? Do we need a reason? I guess we don't need a reason. We could just be happy that this exists now. But do you think that the reason this is happening is because what we talked about earlier? Is that there's not
lack of properties. Yes.
Right. Nothing coming out really this year. So they're like, well, shit, we've already done so much. Why? Let's just make the entire Ahsoka show.
If Marvel was still popping, the way, and it's not. Let's be honest. MCU is not popping the way it was. I think we all can agree to that. We can all agree to that. And I'm the biggest MCU shill, but it is not what it was, and that's just what it is. If it was popping the way that it was, and the Marvels was like, that movie was kicking ass, and all these other movies that came out were kicking an Ant-Man, and all these movies were kicking ass, and they had franchises, and they had franchises doing $1 billion like they were doing before. Yes, we wouldn't have got this. They would have did the initial probably 6. They would have did 6 figures, and that would have been it. But because we don't have that many properties right now, they're going all in. And it makes sense because every prototype that they have shown from this line, it's been a fucking banger. I don't even call this the Ahsoka line no more. I call it the line of bangers because everything looks phenomenal. Now, when it goes to final product, I hope it holds up, but I'm all in on this line.
We'll definitely see, and I will say this, that I absolutely agree with you in that regard, that this entire line is a 2023-2024 what's the word I'm looking for, standard that Hot Toys is at now.
Yes.
Versus, you know, when stuff came out 2016, 2017, we were like, oh, this is great at the time, right?
Yes.
That was their standard.
Right.
Whatever their standards is set now, man, with everything being like rolling eyes, much better paint apps.
Yes.
You know, the soft goods are still, you know, they're still what they are. I mean, sometimes they're good, some, you know, they're hit or miss, but
exactly.
Hot Toys has improved so much that this entire Ahsoka line, it's crazy to think that, like, I almost want to compare it to like video game console generations.
Yes.
Right. Where you're now like at a, you know, it's like PS5 level, you know, it's most current, right? Like this is their new standard that they're doing. And it's crazy, dude. It's crazy that they're going so deep into this fucking line. And I think it's awesome.
Absolutely.
CT says Ahsoka with goggles plus bark speeder sidecar and Anakin. Yeah, man. He just sent me a couple pictures that I'll bring up here in just a second. But this photo here, right? This is definitely a new Anakin.
Definitely. And it's artisan.
I think it's rooted. It looks fucking rooted.
Yes. That looks rooted.
It looks rooted.
They blur that out intentionally. They knew what they were doing there, but that's rooted. That's yeah.
I think so. And even if it's not rooted, it could just be like that stringy, thin, you know, plastic.
It could be.
It could be. But that's definitely a new one. You know, I know some people pointed out the outfit looks different here. The belt is different. So
tailoring is completely different.
Yeah. So I think people are going to be excited for that. And I think you got to keep in mind that the Clone Wars Anakin that we received a couple of years ago was really like an artist's interpretation, right? It wasn't really based off of a reference, right?
No.
I mean, they kind of just made it.
Yes. No.
Whereas here now you have Hayden that has returned, and you know, just like anything else that they do from live action, now they have full reference. They can be like, oh, okay, let's put this out now.
It's totally totally going to be a new sculpt. Totally new sculpt. So that, I mean, once again, leaning hard into this line because there's nothing else out next year, and they know this line. There was some divisiveness, and it was, as in all damn Star Wars properties, let's fucking be honest.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think people liked the show. They did, for the most part. It was some things that was kind of, I know some people, I know including yourself, didn't like how Thrawn was portrayed all the way. Not the way he was portrayed, but mostly the look, I think, for you of Thrawn could have been.
There was a few things, but listen, I don't think that the Ahsoka show was horrible, but I didn't think it was amazing either. Like we watched every episode, and it was decent, you know, for what it is. I'm nitpicky just because of the books and, you know, an old legend. So, but it wasn't a horrible show. There's some things I didn't care for, but there was a lot that I did care for. And this is coming from a guy who's never fucking watched Rebels. So, you know, and I remember when that came out, they were like, you don't need to watch Rebels. And I'm like, bullshit. I know you're going to need to, because Filoni's doing all this shit, and it's all, you know, and plus everybody I talk to in Discord and all my other friends, they're like, this is the new Rebels. So I'm like, you know,
season 5 Rebels.
It wasn't a bad show. It wasn't bad. So some things I would have liked to be different, but whatever, man. It's still great, and this line is fantastic looking, dude. So,
and that's good enough. And that's in its own is good enough for them to make. It's like good enough to make figures from. Now you look at Mandalorian season 3. You know, and it's been done. You know, it's been, once again, it's been done. It wasn't really nothing too new that they could have gave us from that show than what they gave, which is why that line they didn't go in, but so far.
Yeah, it's interesting they haven't. I'm surprised we haven't seen that. We've been seeing more Ahsoka drops than Mando season 3 drops. Which is, I mean, I'm not sure, but we have still seen some Mando season 3 stuff they haven't put out yet. Those troopers, the fucking the other Mandos with the flags.
Exactly.
There's a few So we'll see. We'll see. Christian, though, my man. Yeah, I mean, teenager, I guess. Yeah, she's under 18. So, I look at it like maybe that means we can actually get an episode 1 Anakin,
Oh, yeah. That's going to happen. I mean, I think this is going to happen.
11 inches, though. So she's not quite child size. But
yeah,
I think it can still happen. So.
I think that's going to happen. I think the Harry Potter line with art, I think that pushed them over to be like, okay, there's people that would buy younger characters, and it's not, and miss me with the whole thing. Oh, it's weird. Oh, and kids, no, come on, it's not a weird thing.
Is it weird? I don't know if it's weird. I think you as a collector, if you're a fan of the show, or let's say you grew up watching Clone Wars, right? Then I think this is a piece that you're gonna want, right? You could put this, Dylan, our friend Dylan said that he would put this with the Phase 1 Rex that's coming out.
There you go.
And then the Clone Wars one would go with the later stuff. So yeah, I don't think there's anything weird, man. If we all buy shit, man, whatever we like, man. So I just think it's cool that they've done it. Personally. It's pretty sweet, man. Clinton also in the house. What's up, my man? I'm gonna go through a little bit of chat, guys. I know I'm a little behind here. Clinton says, whether I buy this or not, these figures look great. They do.
Yes.
They do. Clone Wars fans have been eating good the last couple of years. Big time they have. CT is saying Artisan Anakin inbound. Dry runners stay away. God damn it. Oh yeah. It's freaking funny, man. X-Men Supreme says Ahsoka line is killing my no more Star Wars plan. This is a tough one, dude. Thorne also saying this Ahsoka's amazing. So excited for it. Must have all Anakins. It's crazy, dude. Crazy how fast Hot Toys is still cranking out these pieces. Less than a year or so. They got them kids doing OD. It's dude. It's been great. No Vespa gang. Yeah, I don't think we need a Vespa gang. Saving the best for last. I hope Balin, Shin, and Horang. That would be cool. Look, I think they'll probably be happening.
Of course, I think the popularity of those characters, it would. Yeah, I absolutely think we're gonna get those. Like I said, they're going in on this line. I can't see them not.
No, and I think so too. I want Christian. I do as well, man. I would like episode 1 Anakin. I think they're gonna announce them. It's only a matter of time. There's only like 3 more potential figures that they could release, right? Shin and Balin and Wang. I don't know if they would do the Morgan or any of the Night Sister stuff, but the Death Troopers, they showed those off. The zombie Death Troopers, they haven't put them up yet, but they certainly showed them. So dude, that's a fucking crazy ass line, bro. I mean, this is a crazy line. So
this is going to be a whole shelf. If you got a muscle rack or a DTOF, this is a whole shelf we're talking about. So make sure you're going to dedicate that space, because it all sounds good until you got to put that shit up and display it. So that's the thing.
Where you've got to really kind of, draw a line. I mean, if I can look behind you again, this is something that we've talked about. You've got the whole No Way Home going on there. And that's something I really wanted to do. Remember, we've spoke about this. But I was like, okay, but that's a whole rack and many monies that I was like, what?
Many monies.
Right. Look at that, guys. I want to show everybody in the chat if they haven't seen, your display. But I mean, you guys can all see back there. I see Mysterio, Electro, Doc Ock. I think you got all the Spider-Mans there. You got the bases. You got Green Goblin. You got the other Green Goblin. I mean, that's
you got some, and you got some Star Wars there too. You got the Kenobi's gangs hanging out there too.
Grand Inquisitor and Reva's right there.
Yep. So they're going to be pushed to the back, and Vader's going to be right up front. So I'm actually splitting the case a little bit, just until I find out what I'm doing on this side of the wall. So, and this may be Maji cases maybe at some point, or racks or something other stuff. All these details over here that are out right now, but but no,
they still serve their purpose. I still like detox, but I agree.
I love them. Because
that's where my all of my 80s and 90s movies, those are all in the detox out in the other room. So You know, it's you know, minus other, obviously there's some in here, Back to the Future, you know, Ghostbusters, because they got vehicles and shit, but like, but that's the point, right? Like, even as awesome as that No Way Home line was, I'm like, dude. And I love when they're doing this. I love when they're like completing lines like this, you know, or mostly completing lines. And then of course, as collectors, we're like, dude, I want all of that shit. So, and I almost feel like the same way here with this Ahsoka line, but then I'm like, dude, I can't swing that shit, bro. And I mean, you know, not much less, you know, I'm deep into, you know, Trek as well. Obviously that's going to keep growing. And then, you know, the Kenobi line, you know, I may pick up Kenobi because it looks like they updated him, if you remember.
Yeah. Or you getting the Vader, right?
Of course. I'm just waiting for this fucking sideshow thing. So
you gotta get.
But I, you know, the thing to me though is I really wanted the third brother and fourth sister, whatever they were. I forget their names, but
I think they're gonna get them.
They kept showing them off, and then nothing has.
They even show them on the box for the new Vader, and I'm like, come on, you gotta.
So, here's my theory, and guys, while we're talking about this, I do have a poll in the chat. Most of you have already sent. I got 66 votes. Just curious what your guys' thoughts are on this Ahsoka. It's so far leaning in the lead of no. People aren't too interested. It's 56%, really? 44% are. So that's interesting. I always like to see what the, you know, put the feelers out, man. See how the community's feeling. Although I will say this figure looks fantastic, though. Again, there's no doubt about that. I mean, this whole Ahsoka line, there is a banger after banger after banger.
With me having a daughter, I have to get it. She's adorable. So, you know, this is a way to pull. It's just another way to pull my daughter. I know she's 2, but you know, she's growing up. She's looking at this stuff. This is another way to pull her in to collecting. So, yeah.
I guess that would make sense. Yeah, you have a daughter. Yeah. This is kind of cool. She probably will like to see that. You know, she gets a little bit older. Totally, man. That is also true, man. Thank you, my man. Yeah, guys, 173 in the chat, man. Let's hit that like button. We can get to 100 likes right now. That would be great. Appreciate very much. Let's see. Figurecraft says, since space is an issue, would you guys get rid of endgame figures? Yes, I did. I told myself I wouldn't, but damn, I'm running out of room. So I did. I didn't collect the entire run though. I kept, you know, I have a Mark 85 because of Tony in the back, but then Jay is not. He's like, nope, I will keep that. So I guess, you know, we all have a certain. I think there's a certain priority list. Is that fair to say for all collectors? If you're like, well, this got to go.
Endgame will always be displayed in my collection. That is the culmination of a bunch of great movies, and it has sentimental value. That's not to get too sappy, but that's the last movie my mom and second brother's mother, his mom, all three of us went and watched together. That's the last movie we watched together before his mom passed. So that has that means a lot. So that line means a lot.
Yeah, of course.
So,
that's
no.
You know,
that's always going to be in my collection.
It's a special thing.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of like me with 89. I know it sounds weird. Like I've seen movies before in the theater, but like with my uncle and shit. But my mom, I saw 89 Batman. That was like the first movie she took me to, you know, when I was like 8 or something. So not to mention it's a badass film, but like that's always gonna have kind of this weird sentimental, you know. I totally get that, you know. But for other things, yeah, if you guys don't feel that, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and that's us. Like, but if you are ready to move on. I've moved on from pieces. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It does happen. Sometimes that's the thing with collecting. Your taste changes. We change, you know, as we go along.
Change,
we always change. And sometimes you got to move stuff around. And then also, you know, I used to be of the mindset of, damn, if I don't have it displayed, then why do I need it? Out of sight, out of mind, go ahead and sell it. But when you look at, you know, when you start selling stuff and taking a hit on it and all that, it's just not worth it. If you got to put some stuff back in the box, go ahead and do that too, because then you can rotate. Then you can rotate displays. I mean, look at it like this. Secret Base itself doesn't keep. I haven't been there. I don't know, but I would think they don't keep the same displays.
Well, some stuff, of course.
You know.
want to say what's up real quick to Lumi. How are you? Happy Saturday night. Hope you're doing good. No, and I feel that way. And you know, our friend Mario will do that as well. He'll rotate.
Yeah.
Kind of seasonal. Yeah. You know, be like, all right, I'm gonna move my displays around and bring in some other stuff. And
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, man. I mean, we've all done it, and we grow, and some things you keep. And I think that's really what curating comes down to sometimes, right? If you know, like, okay, I can house, I don't know, let's say some of you only have space for 40 figures, right? That's now your space budget.
Right.
So it makes sense, right? Or if you have, you know, I can have 100, 150, I can have 200, 300. Okay, that's my cap. Then what do? You know, and maybe in a few years, you might be like, I'm a little burnt on this. Or maybe the other things like Endgame, you're like, well, I'm never getting rid of that, right? Or like my 80s figures, you know, there's
exactly.
I think what comes down to is that there's certain things in your collection that are always going to be the closest to you, right? Through some sentimental reason, childhood, whatever it is. It's top tier for you, where you're like, dude, I'll never, you know, this is my shit. And then there's things that you buy that just kind of look cool and you're a fan of, but you don't necessarily have that deep attachment to it. But you buy it. I don't have the deep attachment to a Grand Inquisitor. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But I think the set looks badass. So I'm like, cool. I want that as a collector as well. You know what I mean?
No.
Now,
so sometimes, can I ask you a question? Sometimes I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Sometimes will you buy something because it looks cool? And they'd be like, this looks cool for now. I think it's great, but this may be trade bait later on down the line. Have you ever done that?
I don't consider it, but I think about that in a sense that if it came down to that, like that's kind of why I brought him up. Like if it came down to it, that would be one that would go before a DX10 Terminator.
Absolutely.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I never want to get rid of anything. If I had all the space and money in the world, I want to have everything.
But if it came down to it, that would, yeah,
that's kind of how I look at things like that.
Absolutely.
AJ, my man, Pursuit of Awesomeness in the house, man. Hello, friends. I hope everyone had a great Saturday. Yeah, brother. I hope you did too, man. Cool picture you posted too in Lael's Figure Flex Friday, with the Falcon cargo hold and all the guys. That was awesome, man. So
that was cool.
That was pretty cool, man. It's Figure Craft says it's settled. I'm buying a bigger home. Yeah, if we can, right? Caleb says sold my whole 1/6 collection, looking to restart with Kenobi Vader. Wow, sometimes you do a purge. I get it.
Wow, I didn't know
refresh, kind of, you know, kind of a refresh. Blackbird Texas, I rotate displays, keeping the collection fresh. Again, you know, there's a lot of people that will do that as well. Let's treat your collection like a museum. Shows and collections going in and out every couple of months. Curate during the years. That's kind of what happens, right? And you guys will notice I'll move shit around. It's because I've got the other room. So the other room is kind of like this, like a swap file. You know, you're like, okay, I have room. I can move some of this out, bring some of this in. And I like to do that. And during your years of going on, you might, like I said, be like, well, maybe I'm not feeling this one anymore. You know, in my case, there was some things that, you know, I didn't really like the direction that Marvel's been going. You know, kind of like, I'm not going to pick that up. I'm not going to pick that up. I'm not going to pick that up. And that kind of eases the burden a little. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's kind of how I kind of look at it, man. So, old 1/6 collector, what is good, my friend? Hello, arriving late. Well, hey, better late than never, my friend. Hope you're having a good Saturday. We also have Pedro Lopez in the house. What is up, man? Always loving your avatar photos, my man.
Hell yes.
Buddy. DeGrady says, hey, sold half of my MCU line, got burnt out, and only kept the ones that meant the most to me as a Marvel fan, then moved on to vehicles. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, I always liked vehicles, but then I was like, do I really need to really get into them? And then years go by, and then all of a sudden, you know what? I would like that, right? I would like that opportunity. And maybe a few years back, 4 or 5 years, wherever, you were like, nah, I don't want to do that. But then your tastes will change, right? You're like, oh fuck, there's another Ecto-1 coming. There's another DeLorean. You're like, okay, you know, it's pretty crazy, dude. So
yeah.
Striker 47, my man says it's amazing. All this time, people have been asking for some of these teenager characters and zero complaints. But now that we finally have young Ahsoka, the complaints are here. where were they before? I don't know. I haven't really heard any complaints, but I haven't really been paying attention. So, but I will also say people will complain on every release. There's always somebody that's not keen on whatever that topic is. Or
I personally haven't heard people complain, but it's either you like it or you have interest in it or you don't. And that's the thing. And if people don't have interest in this particular version of Ahsoka, I get that too. You know, they probably don't.
Yeah, sure.
They probably don't. But I mean, just, you know, I don't think that's like I said, I haven't exactly heard complaints, but I mean, I think even for the people that are interested in getting it, I think they can still see that it's a nice looking figure.
No, I think so too. And I know it's not going to be for everybody, but I'm not going to complain about it either. Like, that's just me personally, though. The only time I really complained, I think, was Doc Ock when they first dropped the Chevy Chase sculpt. like 24 hours later, though, it was an update saying, "Hey, we're totally not, you know, this is not the final. We're going to be updating this sculpt." And then I was like, "Okay, cool."
Nope.
Never said anything again. So you know, maybe that's usually what I would say it's constructive criticism for things like that. But like opinion based, I'm not gonna be like, well, this is shit.
Yeah.
Because somebody wants it. You know, somebody absolutely wants it. So X-Men says vehicles are what's shaking up my whole display. I had to really start planning with this whole back garage I'm building. Dude, it's fucking crazy. Old 16 also says I'm awaiting mod cases from Marcos, collecting and displaying it at a standstill until they arrive. That's the worst, bro. Rethinking my collection once I have a display and presentation figured out. And that's what kind of sucks, right? Because while I feel like this is exciting for you, because you're like, oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna get my mod cases or wherever, you know, I'm gonna set up a cool display. What sucks is sometimes those wait times, bro, because then what we just talked about, maybe your collection changes a little bit, or your idea that you originally had changed. And it sucks when we have to wait so long sometimes, because then by the time that does happen, you may be in a whole different space now,
right?
Not physically, but just like as a collector, you know, like let's say you purchased the 6th series cases, and you're like, oh, that's going to be good, and like a year goes by and they finally arrive, but during that year, all of a sudden you're getting dropped bark speeders and ATRTs or DeLoreans, and then you're like, oh fuck, is this going to fit in my, you know, I hate having that delay sometimes, because we start tripping on shit, and you know, like sort of things change. So Sinister says the beasts are coming, starting with the dewback. Never enough space. Still hoping for a Hot Toys Luke and Tauntaun though. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, Inbox did their Tauntaun, but I would like to see Hot Toys do a crack at it too. Especially the Luke, because Sideshow did that Luke years ago. It'd be cool if Hot Toys did it. If they ain't bitching, they ain't happy.
Real shit.
Yeah, I guess so, man. Windman says I'm doubling up on all my DTOFs currently, so it looks like I'm gonna have to combine some Spidey displays to make room. We do what we must.
Yes,
we do what we must, dude.
Absolutely.
I have had DTOFs crammed. You know what I mean? If you're like, well, fuck, where am I gonna put this? Let's just slide one in there. You know, which is kind of funny.
Starts looking like a pinball machine.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
Or a gumball machine, I should say.
Yeah, like gumball. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Garage racks are essential for large displays of vehicles. If you're not going the mod case route, yeah, they are. You know, I've had mine for years, and they're needed. You know, if you're not doing mod case, or even if you are doing, that's the problem though. If you are doing mod case, and I love Brian, just the turnaround time's a bit long, obviously. So if you are getting cases, it kind of sucks, because then you're like, well, shit, maybe I do have to cram the DTOFs for a little bit. I wouldn't go out and buy a garage rack if you've already placed the mod case order, you know, because then you're like, well, what am I gonna do with these fucking racks now that I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because building a garage rack, Costa case, whatever, you know, MAFIA case, building those cases,
garage rack, you know,
building those cases. I mean, to do it right, you're still looking at about $800. You know what I'm saying? You know, $600 to $800. So you know, don't waste that money if you're waiting on Maji. You can get Maji cases.
Yeah,
grab those details.
Like, hey, I got a plan. Here we go. So it says mine looks like a concert crowd. It does. It does. Agent Silver, and there's nothing wrong with that. Agent Silverfox. So listen, he also brings up a valid point, right? Wait time shouldn't matter if you plan. we're in this for the long haul. We already wait 1 or 2 years on figures and vehicles. And you're right. And that is also true, right? I've tried to say that a lot too. I'm like, well, it's almost like you're pre-ordering a figure, you know?
Yeah.
The problem is maybe you end up dropping like 2 G's, 1 or 2 G's on a nice setup. And then you're like, fuck, I wish it was here now so I can build. We're just impatient. That's what it comes down to, I think. As collectors, we're always kind of like, damn, I wish this was out now, which kind of actually, to harken back on the whole Obi-Wan line, I was thinking maybe that is the case with the other 2 Inquisitors. Maybe this year they're a Toy Fair exclusive, which means they're ready. We don't have those 1.5-year wait times, because that's the only thing I can think, right? Because what if they, because fuck me, dude, if they announce those things and we got to wait till end of 2025 to get them,
that would suck. But that makes, dude, I hope they do. Why you say that? Because I hope they do that, because that would make all the sense. Because we have all the figures, and then they put those out, and then those pop right out. That would be perfect, and it's probably not going to happen because it makes too much fucking sense. Hot Toys.
It makes sense. It makes sense, right? If you drop those out as Toy Fair exclusives, then they ship within like 3 to 4 weeks of announcement. Boom. Bob's your uncle. You're done. So yeah. So it says I'm planning 10 black, I can't pronounce those, the new 𝗕𝗘𝗢𝗖𝗢, right? Thank you for the pronunciation. To cover the walls side to side, figure per shelf, kind of what 1/6 figure was. Yeah, and that looks clean. That looks super clean, man.
It does.
My man Doc Smizzle in the building. What's up, Doc?
Hey, what up, Doc?
I love my Modgy cases, but I ain't waiting 18 to 24 months again. I'm all in building my own cases. He did, knee deep in steel right now. He just picked up a couple of garage racks this weekend. So yeah, I understand. Wait time kind of blows. It happens. So I wish I would have known about the muzzle rack idea before I bought the Modgy case. The wait time makes you rethink. That's what I'm saying. The wait time. Look, I understand that we can equate it to a pre-order window of like, oh, we're waiting 1.5 years or whatever, but that is a problem too. It makes you rethink your collection sometimes. You're like, and you never want to give somebody a reason to like change their mind on a product, right? So if you're like,
that
could be Modgy case, that could be Hot Toys, that could be vehicle. You're like, well, fuck, I ordered this vehicle, but now I don't have the room for it and it's ready to ship. Maybe I'm gonna not,
and let's be honest, I mean, the display, it's a big part of the collection because it makes your collection look amazing, but it's easy. That's especially for newer, even some seasoned collectors. It could be a real easier part to overlook, or a part to like you don't want to spend money on. Because I ain't gonna lie, when I gotta buy like when I had to buy this and all this shit for the muscle rack, I was like, man, where's my Home Depot card? Let me go put it off in. I drug my ass to pay it off because I didn't want to pay all that money to display. I want to play that. You want to put money on figures, so that's part of it. So that's part of it too. But you gotta, But
I love Brian and I love Modgy cases. I do. I wish I could get them a little quicker. That's all I'm saying. But I think they're both awesome. Like you build your racks, you fully customize them. But then the Modgy case, you're like, dude, this shit's clean as fuck. It's all, it's just
proof.
Yeah, it all fits real nice. Toybox says, what if Reva and Grand Inquisitor didn't do good, so they are scrapped? That's a possibility too. But then why the fuck do they keep showing them off? So, that part kind of sucks. Sinister says, cost difference between Modgy cases and garage racks are minimal. It's just the wait time for Modgy cases can be excruciating. I waited 2 years for mine. He did. But then on the flip side, we got Maz. What's up, Maz? In the house, man, saying both of my Modgy cases took about 12 months per order. Oh, it depends, man. It depends, man. So
he did good. He got his quick.
Yeah, it was a quick turnaround. It may take longer to get them, but I'm satisfied with the modular abilities of these cases. I need to move rooms or houses. I can make them fit. Very true, dude. It is. They're really awesome, dude. Guys, I want to bring up, if we can, Jay. Guys, it's just you and me tonight, man. We just rolling.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
I want to bring this up. Well, a couple people in the chat were already kind of making some jokes and quotes, but Beetlejuice, man. Beetlejuice, man. So full disclosure, I pre-ordered him when he went up. So
nice.
Not bad. 280, is it too much? I don't know. I think it's kind of like the new norm. I had about $70 in rewards, so that helped bring it down sub 200. So not too bad. It was like $27 or $28 NRD. So, but did you get a chance to really, I tried to hit you up the other day, but I was like, but I haven't really heard your thoughts on this, man. I'm fucking stoked for it. I don't know about you though.
I hadn't really had time to really take a look at it outside of last night, and then last night in the middle of the damn night I was like, this thing looks phenomenal. And then I thought about it. I was like, damn, they're really doing a lot of 80s stuff. And then I had this anxiety just hit me, and I was like, you know what, I did not pre-order David from Lost Boys. So I said, you know what, I'm pre-ordering David and I'm pre-ordering this bitch at the same damn time. So yes, I am getting both of them. And
my man.
This thing looks phenomenal. This looks good. And I think why I kind of overlooked it for a couple, I think for about a week now. I didn't do a video and didn't say too much about it, because I remember, didn't they do one not too long ago, and it was like ass?
This is a 2.0. Let's call it that. Sideshow did Beetlejuice a while ago. I don't want to say it's ass, but it's not age 12. So in that respect, yes, this looks miles better. This looks miles better. I know some people have inquired as to, you know, hey, should I get this or should I wait for Hot Toys because there's a new Beetlejuice movie coming this year? But that's like, do they have a license for it? And if so, would they make a retro version? Probably not. They'd probably make the new whatever version he's going to be, if they even have the license to do so. And I think this looks great. So
you can really see Michael Keaton in that. You really can. They did a good job. They did a real good job on that.
Yeah, I mean, look, and they're hiring outside people. Of course, a lot of people are still doing this, right? So we have you know, commissioned sculptors that are doing work for all these companies. So it just happens to be distributed and licensed by Sideshow, but that doesn't mean that their internal house is doing everything. And that's to say, if you thought that what they do is not good, I disagree personally. I've got a lot of Sideshow figures, haven't really had any much problems with them. Maybe some of them had a little bit loose bodies.
I think a lot. I mean, I mean, for everybody that doesn't like, you know, talk shit about Sideshow, I'll show you a Clint Eastwood figure, and I'll show you a badass figure, because what they've done with the Clint Eastwood line is amazing. I mean, even the C-3PO from Sideshow, you know, when I did that video and I did the comparison, I mean, that still wasn't a bad figure. I thought that C-3PO was still a good figure. It's not on the level as the Hot Toys one, yes, but there is a price difference there, but it's still a good figure. So I don't poo-poo on Sideshow. I used to be one of those guys. I'm not even gonna lie, I did. But I think over the years they have heavily worked their properties and worked their figures to, I think they're better now. I mean, the Crow that they recently did, that was another good one.
The dude, I have the dude. I love him.
The dude is amazing. Yeah, that's a great figure.
You know, even my older Jack Burton, Big Trouble in Little China, I still like
another
him.
good one. Yes, you know? Another good one. Yes.
There's a lot of my Sideshow Captain America comic version. Love him. My Sideshow Harley Quinn. Somewhere over here. Granted, they teamed up with TB League, suffice and body underneath the suit, but still fun, good figure. So yeah, I think this is gonna look good, man. And yeah, he's a hot seller right now on Sideshow.
He looks good, man. They did a great job. Look at that. They did a great job on that. Yep. The rooted hair and all that looks good.
I will say, bro, if I can bring this up real quick, our good friend Desi Metamorphic Customs, you know, and I remember this is a while ago. I remember him working on this.
Yes, I know what you better bring up. Oh my god!
I didn't realize that my buddy Toy Box in the house, he's got it. It was for him. So this is his photo. The house that Desi made.
Wow.
The house that Desi built. But I will say, this is the old Sideshow. That he had showed us. You know, in comparison to the new one, much nicer. So
So Toy Box, are you getting a new one?
I think he's getting the new one too.
Yeah.
I think he's getting the new one too. But let me know in the chat. I think you are, but let's confirm with for Jay. Sideshow releases are some, they do some cool statues too. Of
course.
Yeah. Let's see here. We've got, and I'll bring that back up. Star Control says, guys, my Sideshow Hoth, Han, and Luke still look great. and no issues. Yeah, bro. Right? They're not bad, dude. Really
Nope.
not. And remember, they did all the Scum and Villainy, the Bounty Hunters. They did all the old clones that are like,
and they're products of their time. But I mean, I still think they have a certain charm, in my opinion. I do. So
they do.
Yeah, it's a lot of grails. They have a lot of Sideshow still has a lot of grails. They do.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm pretty excited for this. Of course, you know, being a child of the 80s and 90s.
Oh like, yeah, you gotta have this. This is yes, you need this for the 80s. Absolutely.
Yeah. And David, I got the Lost Boys, you know, as well. Redman did one and it was okay. Third party, but I feel like this looks great.
Yeah, like I said, I woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, I did not get David. I was like, oh hell no, we have to jump on it. I was like, I gotta jump on this stuff. Absolutely. So yeah. Both of them been pre-ordered.
Yeah, he is getting the new one.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, guys, it looks amazing. I agree. So yeah, I hope they do as well. They didn't really mention much about a base. I think they're just gonna do their like hexagonal or octagonal standard base that they've been doing lately. I was reading the description, I didn't see anything, so it's probably a standard base, but
yeah,
I would have hoped for something a little bit more themed to the film, but because it is a 280. So
yes.
Yeah, Brandon, the Mythos Fett is kind of, yeah, that body was a stinker.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
Yes, Charlie. Yes, I'm getting it. I'm waiting to get it from my comic shop though. They've been a little slow on that one, but I think it'll be in next week. Once it's in, if it drops next week, yeah, I'm getting it because I need it. I definitely need that.
Listen, I don't know, Peter. That's a good question. I should ask Desi. Actually, I should have Desi come back on. It's been a while since he's been on. I'll hit him up, see if he wants to come on in the next week or so. I know he's currently been kind of taken back a bit on diorama building, or at least commissions. But in light of this new figure, you know what? That's a good question. I'll message him later and we'll find out, because maybe he could make some more of these houses. Because now there's going to be a little bit more of a, you know, vested interest now that we got this new figure. So not sure. Yeah, Keith, not sure if you already covered this, but yeah, 𝗕𝗔𝗦𝗘 did make this head sculpt. So that's kind of what I was alluding to earlier, that, you know, we get people being commissioned, you know, coming in. Those of you who don't know, yeah, 𝗕𝗔𝗦𝗘 also did a commission for Hot Toys, did the Cobb Vanth head sculpt, everything. So that's the thing, like the companies will often source artists nowadays, the past few years. So I'm excited. This looks great, man.
I remember when Sideshow didn't, you know, for some early Star Wars figures, back when they solely had the license, they commissioned Hot Toys to do some Star Wars figures back in the day. I forget which one it was, but they did it.
Yeah, I agree. Ma says he currently comes with 4 hands, a file, and the book for $280. Too expensive.
Yeah, I agree, Maz. It is pricey. It's a bit pricey, but who knows? That could be, who knows? Be the license or something.
But I don't know how to respond to that. You know, like as a collector, I go, well, $280 is not horribly expensive because we're used to spending that around nowadays anyway. But but I agree, lack of accessories, really no mention of any kind of base or anything. So if there's not much,
it's gonna be that plain black base they use.
Yeah, so I get it, but it's like, well, shit, nobody else is doing this, and it's not like in art prices. It's not like $450 plus or something. Then I'd be like, oh, fuck you, I'm not buying that.
Right.
Well, I'm in a weird spot where I'm like, $280, but that's where the thing came in, where I was like, yo, I had like 70 in rewards. I got them like sub 200. I was like, okay, cool. You know, versus because it is. Tactical Jackal, my man, says it is too expensive, but I gotta have it. I guess that's where they get you. Yeah, I mean, I love that. I mean, that's absolutely true. So, yeah, it kind of sucks. I know what you mean. So, my younger son took the Morbius and put it on his nightstand. He loves it. Brian Hepburn, hell yeah, dude, that's pretty awesome. And you are getting that. I'm thinking about getting him Morbius, just to maybe go with my my zombies, just for fun. You know,
dude, kind of you have to. He's a fucking monster. You have to. That'll look so dope. Yeah, I mean, I need him to fight Blade. I just need to make that happen.
Yeah, that as well. I mean, that's a huge thing there. So, Toy says also rooted hair could also overspend for the older or lesser version. Yeah, is also true. So, well, I guess we'll just see how this is when it comes out. I mean, we can begrudgingly purchase that, you know, and be like, fuck, it's 280.
As long as it looks like this and it's at 280, I mean, it's expensive, but gotta have it.
Yeah, but I mean, I got the dude, Big Lebowski. Granted, his hair was not rooted like that. He doesn't have a lot of like makeup or whatnot, but he did come with a bunch of shit though. So, you know, and he was cheap. I think I got him for less. I think he was 2, and he's always on sale now too. But I don't think this is gonna sit around. So, but I could also say that, you know, depending on what the base is, if it's just a standard kind of black base, I mean, you guys know, and I'm sure some of you guys in the chat know, you know, with Crow Customs, he made my Ghostbuster stands. He makes a lot of badass shit. You got Blue Ridge, you know, our buddy Seth. He also makes some great stands. So I think either of those guys could be a cool option as well if you wanted to have like a nice acrylic stand with like a logo imprinted and, you know, things like that. I think either of those could be a good option as well. I know a lot of us out there will do custom stands because some of them are just plain and you want to, you know, spruce it up a little bit. So, or Desi or others, you know, or Oilers or somebody who will create the dioramas if you want to do that. So there's options out there. I think options are out there, my friends. So he does go good with Blade Ghost Rider on pre-order too. Yeah, that would be sweet, dude. So Old 16 says, I wish Sideshow or Hot Toys would do a comic artist line. Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, George Perez, Frank Miller, etc. Anyone but Bob Kane. Yeah, right, because he kind of screwed over Finger, right? But that would be cool, man. You know, I have the original Stan Lee.
I do so.
You know, the this classic Stan Lee with the chair, director's chair. You know, and then we did get a George Lucas director way back when as like a fucking unlicensed hot toy. It's like that. I would take more people like that, icons. But I agree with you, man. Jack Kirby, you know, George Perez, all that. That would be really freaking cool. Louis Labitz, though, my man, celebrating 23 months. Dude, that's almost 2 years channel membership, dude. Thank you so much, my man.
Nice.
So Mafia, thanks for the birthday shout. Much love, crew. And of course, man. Happy birthday, man. Always, man.
Birthday, bro.
So, yeah, $250 for the Duke. Yeah. Their prices are kind of up there. I understand that completely. I mean, and I think maybe or some people. Bill Finger was my fake ID in college. I think, yeah, and the older one was sculpted. Thank you, Toy Box, for confirming that for this Beetlejuice. But I think where some people got a little salty on this is that you had recently, you know, last year or so, time flies. I don't even fucking remember. But Sideshow was putting out the Clone Wars animated line.
Right.
And the initial solicitation, you know, the prototypes and everything looked pretty damn good, right? And the final product was not even close, I guess, right? Is that fair to say? I mean, I'm trying to be, you know, critical, but in a good sense. I think the word
they're looking for is shit. But
well, I think, to the point though is that they were expensive. They were $260, $280, like that. Yeah, they were like, oh my god, these are kind of high, especially at that time, and especially being from Sideshow. It looked great, so people were like, all right, cool, fuck it. But then when the finals come out, you're like, wow, I'm totally let down by this.
Yeah, the plastic was completely different from the solicitation photos. It just didn't live up. It just didn't live up to the prototype. Now I've seen people like Maz, and I know you're out there. Maz, there he is. He actually made them look very good. He took some photos of them and made them look very good.
He did.
So I don't know if it was a thing in hand versus I don't know, but
right.
Yeah.
But I get that, right? He says, as far as the Ahsoka poll, I pre-ordered Padawan Ahsoka to fill in that spot for that horrible Sideshow Ahsoka should have been in, but I couldn't pull the trigger on that piece of shit. Yeah, so and listen, Blitz, right? He says that's my exact worry, bait and switch Sideshow move. But I think it's a weird situation with those animated clones, whatever they did, because they were weird bodies too.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, you know, recently I picked up the dude. I think he's a fantastic figure. Older stuff I've picked up as well. I mean, I've got, you know, Michael on pre-order, or David, you know, Lost Boys. Now this, I think they're gonna be all right, man. But you know what happens is when these final products come out and we get them in hand, and they're like, if they're not, then we voice our concerns with that.
Yeah. pull out.
If you get it through Sideshow, I would return it.
Yes. Pull
Personally, I'd be like, yo, this is nothing like what you advertised. I'd like money back, and they'll give you your money back. So
and friends, that's not tapping out. That's just who wants to be fucking bait and switch.
Of course, yeah.
So that's not that ain't tap out at all. That's just like, no, this is not what I wanted. And I'll be honest, back in the day, I remember experiencing that with McFarlane Toys. Early days of McFarlane Toys, Movie Maniacs line. I remember we were supposed to get Terminator from Terminator.
Who is knocking on my door at this hour, Rob?
What's happening? I apologize, gentlemen. Better late than never.
You know what, Rob?
How are you?
With that shirt, all is forgiven.
Yeah. I'm 7 in the Ragged Tiger, baby.
Hell yeah.
How are you, my friend? Yeah, better late than never. Wasn't sure what happened.
I wasn't either.
Oh, well, I guess that's fair. I'm looking around. I'm looking around back there, seeing if you put anything new out.
There's my Akira sneakers.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Akira.
Yep.
All right.
There's all kinds of stuff back there. You just gotta look.
I see Psylocke over there. That's Psylocke over there.
Yeah, she's missing her hands though. Her hands fell off. And I got Psylocke's over there. Jean Grey's in the corner down there.
Oh shit!
Here's a 23-inch Eagle transporter from Space 1999, and right up here is my original Space 1999 tech manual from the 70s.
And the new
Coke can. The Coke can's got candy bars freezing in there. It's great.
Oh, nice.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That
I added more shuttles. There's more shuttles down here.
Oh, I see those.
I saw that.
Yeah,
those look nice.
And then the captain's yacht's right there, which is.
We talked about that. You're like, why do I have a captain's yacht?
I don't know.
Oh, it's awesome, man.
There's always stuff there. There's stuff's moving around. Actually, you know what else? A 12th scale Warriors figure, the baseball Furies from the Warriors.
Oh shit, they're right there.
Look at that.
Nice.
That's Alex from A Clockwork Orange, but that's the baseball Fury from the Warriors.
Oh, nice.
I just recently watched the Warriors with some friends in the Discord, man, because a lot of them had never seen it before.
Did you watch the brand new disc?
So yeah, let me ask you about that. So this is like the remastered director's cut, right? Where they added comic.
Tell me you didn't watch the director's cut.
I watched the director's cut.
No.
Because I didn't realize that there was another one, and
Dude,
the weird thing is like
that director's cut's terrible. It's terrible. Don't ever watch that again.
I won't. Well, some people liked the comic book transitions, but
those people are wrong.
Yeah,
I'll flat out say they're wrong. By the way, I love having my Coke machine.
Me too.
It's just a little loud.
Well, you have it on fridge mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have mine on fridge mode. So.
Oh.
But
I gotta get that damn thing. I gotta stop.
That's the new Coke version, and I love the Coke cans.
Mm. Yeah,
they're
really
like these really heavy Coke, little 6-scale Coke cans.
Oh, here, see, Doc Smizzle watched it with me, so that was like he said, what an amazing film. Can you dig it, Rob? You got to give Doc now that he knows what you're talking about.
No, don't ever do that again.
No. That's Cyrus, my man.
Oh. Now look what we have before us. 9 delegates from 100 gangs. And those are 100 more. 20,000 hardcore members. 40,000 counting affiliates. And 20,000 more who are unorganized but ready to fight. 60,000 or what? Oh, now there ain't but 20,000 police in the whole town. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yes. Thank you.
Amazing.
That's what we need.
We got Sorensen sitting next to
cool.
Jones Street Boys. We've got the Moon Runners right by the Van Cortlandt Rangers. And that is a miracle. And miracles is the way things is meant to be. Come on, man.
So good.
Love it.
So
Greatest
good.
thing ever.
Love it.
Greatest thing ever.
Yeah. Texas boy, my man says, "Yo,
people are like, what?
I've been buying more 4K Blu-rays because of your show, Rob. Love your physical media content."
There you go.
It's endless. More physical media. You know what I got this week? I got the Lego Dune Ornithopter.
Oh wow.
Have you seen it? From
I
Dune?
did not, but I did
like
watch
this
Dune
big.
last night though. Finally,
Which one?
The new one?
the 2021.
And
I liked it.
It's good.
It was at first it was a little slow.
well,
At
you
first,
you
but
you
then it
really
got-
need to see it with that thunderous soundtrack.
Yeah, and a lot of people say really like theater experience.
Yeah,
or
it's
IMAX
a totally
and-
different thing in the
Really
theater.
good in the theater. Really
Yeah.
good in the theater.
Yeah,
I think that was the first movie I seen out of the pandemic. Coming out of the pandemic, that was the first
Yeah.
one.
Oh, okay. I enjoyed it. So
I
I'm looking forward to the second one.
I'm going to see it tomorrow.
Okay.
Dune 2.
All right.
Nice.
That sounds
Dune
good.
Ghosts.
Toy box as well. Going to see Dune 2 tomorrow. Let's see if it makes me want the 𝗕𝗘𝗢𝗠𝗘. Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah, man. So much slow motion desert walking, Luminara. Yeah, I mean a little bit, but it was good. I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it.
You need to see.
So,
I'm telling you, it's one movie you need to see in a theater.
well, that may be what we'll do then.
Yeah.
Keith says, "Nice, Rob. Now I need to go watch the Warriors."
The new
Oh, yeah.
new Warriors 4K disc is amazing.
Now, and it's just the standard version then.
Well, it's both.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you can.
It's in a
okay.
box set. But it's a newly remastered Dolby Atmos.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
with it's 4K. It's incredible.
dude. Shit. Yeah, dude.
Nice.
All right. All right. Well, damn. I did not know that.
That
We
was
were
like
just-
Denzel Washington. All right.
Well, I had no idea. I did watch you last week though when you had
Cynthia Rothrock.
That was really cool, man.
Wasn't that neat?
That was neat, man. I
That
had
was a
I had good
random.
time.
Yeah, it was Dieter. Dieter keeps talking about her, so I went and made the magic happen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got
Well, she
Cynthia Rothrock
was
on the show.
she was huge back in the day. She was in everything.
She
At
was
least all the kind of stuff
delightful.
that we watched.
What a lovely lady.
Yeah, she seemed really cool. So it was cool to hear
Nice.
her insights and her talking about, trying to like kickstart things and how difficult, it could be, and like trying to get projects off the ground now.
Oh, it's I think it's harder now to get projects off the ground than ever before, because especially at the independent level, because there's hardly, how do you get your money back?
Right. Yeah.
So-
Good point. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, that is very
point.
true. Figurecraft says, Rob, are you excited about the Crow 30th anniversary 4K release?
Fingers crossed. I have the Footloose. I just got Paramount's Footloose 4K.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not great. It looks like they used, Bill Hunt made a point at the Digital Bits and said they probably used a 10-year-old remaster and upscaled it.
Mm.
The Crow desperately needs, it's the 30th anniversary of the Crow this year.
Yeah.
It desperately needs a 4K Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. It needs a brand new transfer.
Oh, I agree. And I love the Crow.
I love the
cannot
Crow.
believe that was 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Jesus.
Well,
That's my Eric Draven. My Eric Draven hot toy
Yeah.
is shredding.
I know
Wow.
mine's shredding too, bro.
Mm.
You got-
Fucking sucks.
You got to make him. Oh no, mine's not shred. Mine's perfect. He's shredding with the
shredding
guitar.
No, mine
with
is
the band.
shredding his pants. Like
Oh, wow.
his jacket is somewhere down here. It's fucking all but like disintegrated.
No,
That's the
mine-
Hot Toys one. Y'all both got the
Yeah.
Hot Toys one,
And
right?
that's
Yeah,
what's
mine's
going on.
fine.
Just mine
Wow.
and mine
Yeah,
fell
that's one
apart.
I gotta
man.
track down.
So-
Gotta find a way to get that.
But I will say, I hope you're right too, because the recent Cameron releases are bad.
Well, I want to see the discs. The thing is, they're using this machine learning AI is bullshit.
Yeah, and they're using that. And I looked at all these screen caps, and I know Sinister, if he's still in the chat, he's super big into this as well, like you. And
But
he's in all the
that's the
forums and-
broadcast version. No one's seen the discs yet, and I want to see the discs. But they've seen. Titanic's come out, and to me, there's a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things, and unfortunately,
course.
using AI is not the right way. It's the
Well, that was a hot take from Robert Byron Burnett.
There you go.
Dusty's not worried about true lies and aliens. Yeah, exactly. I know something happened. Here we go. Welcome
There
back.
he is. There he is.
Well, it's true. They're using the like what they did with the World War I movie and the Beatles thing, and I don't. I saw a really cool example yesterday of somebody who took a VHS tape of The Cure appearing playing live on TV from 1987. They
Mhm.
took their own VHS tape and they upscaled it to 4K using software. Now, it still looked like it came off a tape, but for VHS, it was really impressive. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But when you have the negative of something, why are you using AI?
Yeah.
The technology.
Yeah, because you're the
Lazy.
studio. You should have your originals or close to it.
Yeah.
I know what you
To
mean.
go
I
in.
watched there was a. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
No, I'm saying just to go in to upscale it, color correcting, all of that. If you have the negative, I mean, it just seems lazy to not do it that way when you have the negative.
It is lazy.
It is lazy,
is.
and it's unfortunately, the modern. You can have it. What is the three things? You can have it fast. You can have it good, fast, or cheap. You can have it good, fast, and cheap, but you get only two of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
actually,
that's like
not
with,
good,
with
fast,
figures,
cheap.
bro. There's that's a triangle, right? It's like most companies can only counter or commit 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but it's not good, fast. It's something else. Good. What is it? I gotta know now. Let me look.
Well, I know at least in the manufacturing world, right? It was quality, speed, and cost.
That's what it is. I mean, that's what it is. It's good quality, good, fast, and cheap is one. But yeah.
And that's rough. Like Hot Toys, for example, they don't cover all 3. Can't, right? They're not cheap.
Impossible.
Quality's good. So, but yeah, it's interesting. Rob, I was, right before you jumped in, man, I was talking about this. Maybe I want to hear your thoughts on this, but did you see the Sideshow Beetlejuice?
I did. I was just going to ask you guys, did you already talk about this? I think this looks great.
Me too. What are your thoughts? Jay and I kind of already alluded, but I think we share the same sentiments, but.
Well, my problem is, I mean, it's $280, right?
Yes.
It's got rooted hair. It's cool. It looks like Beetlejuice. My only fear sometimes is Sideshow, the quality of the body, all that stuff. But this looks like it's really good. I mean, I think, look, every figure maker has to step up their game, and Sideshow does as well.
Yes.
And this looks great. I mean, I totally want to buy this. I will totally buy this.
Yeah. Me too. Well, we went up for pre-order Wednesday, I think. I don't remember. I pre-ordered it. It was $28, 10% NRD. And I think the first payment is going to charge in April, which means this should be out this year.
Yeah, for sure. That's good. Yeah. I like it.
So.
And because Beetlejuice 2 is coming, or Beetlejuice is coming.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think Hot Toys will have a license for it. And if they do, they would end up probably doing a new version.
Sideshow's been working with Warner Brothers because they're doing the David from Lost Boys, Beetlejuice. So they're making well,
they teased another Snake Plissken. Remember they did him before Escape from LA or New York.
The one I have around the shelf right here.
Yeah, and I think they're doing another one 6 scale. So
Sideshows. I would love to look. They should do. It's interesting because Mondo, you got Mondo putting out McCready, Snake Plissken. I never got Jack Burton, and I really wanted Jack Burton.
He's good. I have him.
Yeah, I really want to get Jack Burton. So.
He's not bad. I would think a newer version would be cool.
I love this face sculpt. It's really nice.
Yeah, I think it looks great, dude.
It looks great.
I'm excited for him. But this is our era, so any kind of I am a fan of 80s and 90s movies.
Yeah, I mean, I really like movie figures that aren't. I mean, I'll still buy Marvel stuff and Star Wars stuff, but it's like I got into figures not to buy Marvel and Star Wars for the rest of my life. And DC, I want to buy. I like movie figures.
Yeah, movie stuff.
Right.
So I will say, and Jay has already done his his review, but dude, I also just got in the.
I was gonna say, what do you guys think,
bro? I
love it.
Loving.
But is that die cast?
Yeah, it's die cast.
Oh, it is.
Yep. And it's cool because the front of his face comes off.
Right. That's that's like the Medicom.
Hit the switch and put that thing on. And
that's great. Oh, that's great.
My favorite part of it, I love the wiring. The wiring in the abdomen area is just
so they really emulated that the Medicom. So I guess that it's been replaced.
But his legs don't move. I mean, he has no pull.
Oh, he's like standing by himself. Forget about it.
That shit ain't moving, bro. This is literally the fucking.
What about the arms? Does the pistons move in the arms?
Arms move pretty good.
Yeah,
they move pretty
decent.
Good.
Like you can bend outward, inward. Like you got that rotating cuff.
It's good.
But the joint,
he couldn't move that much in the real costume.
He did not. But very
That's
cool.
accurate.
Give him kind of a weird data robotic stance. He looks great. I'm stoked, bro. I mean, his knees bend. They are kind of ratcheted, but they don't go very far. It's about as far as I can get safely. But yeah, and he is definitely lighter than an Iron Man. But he's good heft. I think Jay, you would probably agree.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's fucking cool. And the wires, man. Yeah, when you bend that torso, I mean, it's nice, dude.
It's a nice piece. Yeah. It really looks like. I mean, it looks like a 1/6 scale piece. I mean, a 1/6 scale replica. It looks just like it.
Yeah, it looks great. Salacious Crumb also really cool, as you know.
Yeah, that's good
because I mean the legs are articulated.
Paint's a little soft on it, but you can forgive that. You can really forgive that.
Articulated. Yeah. The tail's articulated. I mean, it's cool, man. I'm happy. And yeah, the paints are a little soft. They're little. It's like Einstein and all their other little, accessory ones they do. But dude, that's still him. I know it's a little dark in here, but yeah, fucking cool, man. Fucking cool. So. Why haven't Sideshow done Lord of the Rings? Seems like a lucrative character selection for potential Hot Toys. The Watcher. Well, I mean, Asmus has been doing it, right?
Sideshow did do Lord of the Rings.
Did they?
Yeah,
they did.
Long time ago.
How long?
They did Boromir. Yeah.
Let's see. Right, dude.
Long time ago. Let's see. TR.
Okay. Toolbox says, that Mafia, the Simon Phoenix, that's from Siberian Customs, right? It goes up next week for pre-order. Simon Phoenix from Demolition Man, my dude.
Oh, wow.
So I do want to get that because I believe the Stallone shop is going to do John Spartan, his Stallone.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to get that because I've got a third-party Stallone Judge Dredd that's amazing.
You do actually. I remember looking at it. Yeah. That's right. So yeah, Demolition Man. That was the first movie I saw in the theater with my friends. I'll remember that one. So that's another weird sentiment right there. Simon says, bleed. Hell yeah. I remember that shit. Was that 92, 93? We rode our bikes to the theater. We were like 11 or 12. Good old days where they didn't give a shit. They're like, yeah, you guys should go watch this movie. Just let us in. So I remember that, man. That was so fucking fun, dude. Has anyone done a Rorschach from The Watchmen before? Yeah.
Yeah, I have it right on my shelf.
Yeah, where's that at? He is,
it's
isn't he?
Right there. Actually, this is you can either have him as Walter Kovacs, he's got his at the end is nigh sign, or I have a second one so I could put his Rorschach face on. It's great. It's So Toys, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Awesome.
And so that's why I had to buy two, because I wanted to have them all because in The Watchmen, when he's not Rorschach, he's walking down the streets with his mask off with the end is nigh sign.
Yeah.
Like he's walking by the comedian's funeral stuff.
Yep.
So they made both.
It's pretty awesome, dude. It is pretty
awesome.
awesome.
I still have to get Ozymandias, which I haven't got Ozymandias.
Yeah. Philip says I need a Carl Urban Dread figure.
I have that too.
You do?
Really?
Yeah, really? I have the Carl Urban Dread, and I have the Judge. She's right over there. The Judge Anderson figure.
Wow.
The female figure.
It's pretty awesome, dude.
Nice. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, my man.
Are those customs, Rob? Or did you?
No, they're third party.
Oh wow.
And somebody made the motorcycle for it too, which I could never.
Shit.
It was impossible to get the Roadmaster.
That movie was so good. That movie deserves
so good.
a sequel. Oh,
I know.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you think? Let me bring this up real quick, guys, because I did kind of forget about bringing this up, and I haven't talked to Jay really, and I haven't talked to Rob really about this. But
here it comes.
Look, for me, this is like a resounding no, but that doesn't take away from it. But Jay, you probably know where I'm going with this. But Black Adam.
I'm gonna buy this. I'm totally gonna buy this.
Well, now remember, there's two of them, right? Well, there's four, but they're basically two versions, right? So you've got this version here, and then you've got this version here. So for me, not so much. Jay, I know you talked about it a little bit Thursday, but
I'm getting it.
You're in. Are you going with the hooded version here? This.
Yeah, this face sculpt is better. I love this face sculpt. I'm a DC fan, And so Black Adam, Black Adam is part of the. See, here's the thing. It's like when I buy all the So Toys, Berlantiverse figures.
Yeah,
they're great. They're great if you're a DC fan, I forget about the TV shows and I use them as a DC universe display.
Sure,
like you got Teen Titans, just like now you've got with Hot Toys, you've got half the Thunderbolts. You've got Yelena, you've got and third party, I've got US Agent, Wade or whatever. So I've got that third party figure, which is really nice. That's essentially a Hot Toys figure. It's really good. And then you've got a Taskmaster and there's one more. What's the other one?
Great photo over here, by the way.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to get this figure only because I've always loved Shazam and Kingdom Come and all that stuff. So
yeah. Dude, shout out, man. What's up, Bob? In the house, man. Bob,
I did not like this movie, but that's the thing. I don't care. I just
the movie was not that good.
No.
But what made me really want to get this figure, one, I think the figure they killed it. They really nailed it. I think the figure looks amazing. The one I'm looking to get is the golden one. I like that one. That one speaks to me. It doesn't have the hood, but I love the look of that figure.
So
but then what I thought about
here.
Yes, this is the one. But then I started to also think about, I know I'm going to be getting that in our Henry Cavill Superman and them together. I was like, done.
Yeah.
Done. So yeah. And one thing I like about this, and damn it, I shouldn't say it here because I was actually going to do a video about it, but I know somebody's going to beat me to it. But one thing that I'm loving about Hot Toys, as what they've been doing recently, is look how much of this looks like a fucking statue. I love what they're doing with the diorama bases and with the bases. It's a more grandiose experience now, and I think that's.
So that's an interesting point. Yeah, and listen, I'm going to agree with you that I feel like that is a fantastic thing, but I also want to, if I may counterpoint. That one problem that I face is that even though I do like these bases, and I particularly like bases like this to use as foreground or background elements in photography, but I'm a little annoyed having so many elaborate bases these days because it's hard getting them, set right on my shelves, and then they all look like they're different. So it's got its pros and cons, right?
Well, they used to Hot Toys 10 years ago. If they had an elaborate base like the Superman with the Fortress of Solitude base, they would come with a regular stand as well.
There you go. Yep.
And I really wish that they would do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and some of them kind of, right? I mean, like our one of our Lukes, right, came with a standard base, and then the other base. There's certain ones which I agree with because I kind of like that as well, because I feel like if I was doing like DTOF collecting and I had like one figure per shelf, then I would put each figure in each shelf has to have an elaborate base like this. Then it works for me.
But
like my Spider-Man Modu case. I was the quarter scale Spider-Man from Homecoming, and then all these other figures coming out at you. Bob Dylan-esque style.
That is also very nice looking too. So I guess it just depends. I don't disagree with it. I just sometimes I feel overburdened. I'm like, oh shit, I got all these different.
But no, you bring up a good point. If you're a DTOF collector and you put this bad boy on the second shelf, you're not going to see that head sculpt. And that's just the second shelf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depending on how if you have DTOFs like from the floor, not on a podium or anything, but like on the floor to the top, you put this on the second shelf and he's on that big ass base, you're not going to see that sculpt if you stand up. Depending on
does he come with a regular stand?
Nope. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Maybe the original version. This is a regular.
I'm always buying extra stands anyway, so I've got
And I think that's what Hot Toys does. It's like they know that, there's going to be a market out there for extra base. People can go on eBay or whatever and whatnot and get other extra bases. And it's like, we shouldn't have to do that. They should have that in the box like they used to. That's what they used to do. So
they used to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. Collection of Such said Hot Toys initially showed gold version Black Adam with a hooded cape, but now it's being released without the hood. What happened?
I think they removed that picture too.
I think they did. I think they just made a manufacturing decision to just.
So it doesn't come with the hood anymore?
Well, one does, one doesn't, right? So the other version does. So it's very strange. And I get with what you're saying too, Rob. Like, I did not like this movie, and I personally don't like The Rock. He's just The Rock in like every fucking thing. But I understand where you're coming from. If I was collecting a DC universe, I would forego that anyway. You know, that thought, and just be like, well, it's a Black Adam for my collection, you know, to go with my DC figures. And then
that's exactly what I that's what I think. That's totally what I think.
Yeah, and I think that would be fine. So, you know, totally. Yeah, man, I get you, Clinton. I couldn't agree more, man. Well, this movie sucks, sure, but what I couldn't agree more with is what you're saying. DC and Marvel has a problem with letting villains be villains, and that's very interesting, right? Because I feel like they're trying to humanize a lot of villains these days. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it's something I've definitely noticed. I mean, growing up, when we were watching films, it was like, oh, this dude's the bad guy. It's clear, and you don't really relate with the guy or sympathize with the guy, or it's not so much like an anti-hero or a villain that's relatable, like you know what I'm saying? So I get it. I just want villains, because bro, I'm gonna tell you, man, like, I like Infinity War, I like Endgame, but I mean, I'm rooting for fucking Thanos, because the way he wrote him, I'm like, oh, okay, he's, you know, I feel like I understand where he's coming from. Where he should just be bad.
I take it all the way back to the first Terminator. That was the thing. Even as a kid, I liked the fact that Arnold, which at that time, you know, I think all the, you know, kids, especially little kids like us in the 80s, or, you know, and whatever, Arnold was like, oh, he's going to be the lead. He was the bad guy. And when I remember for a little bit, and even I was super young, but I remember when in Terminator 2, when they were like, wait a minute, he's the good guy? Really?
Yeah, but
you know, it was like
was still an evil son of a bitch.
Right.
So now, okay, we get the switch. Arnold's a good guy now. That's different though. He's not the villain in this film. Right? The villain is the T-1000, and then he was still. I mean, I would have theorized that some have said he's kind of sadistic, as he's you know going through the film. He's kind of being torturous, and it seems seemingly he enjoys it. He fucks with people. You know, he's So I don't know. Like, it could just be the directing style, but even like at the end when he's fucking with Sarah Connor's the disguise, and he's like tormenting her, and like you know, you don't sympathize with the T-1000, bro. You're like, this motherfucker.
No, he's an absolute villain. I mean, I understand when an actor like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson plays Black Adam. He wants to humanize him because he wants to rather be an anti-hero that some people can look up to. Like, he kills people, but he's still. But yeah, look, I agree with you. I want to see villains be villains.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that I object to about like the Joker movie was, I'm like, he's a homicidal maniac.
He is.
You know, I know we watch him go down that primrose. By the way, have you guys talked about the Joker costing $200 million, or Gladiator 2 costing $300 million?
No, I didn't know that. That's
dude.
Budget.
So the original Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, was a $65 million movie, and it made $1 billion. That's a profitable film.
That is.
It was reported that Joker, the new Joker with Lady Gaga, is a $200 million movie, and I'm just like, what? Why? Why is it that much money? And when you do that, it's everything to me. And then it was reported that Gladiator 2, which wrapped principal photography, comes out in November, cost over $300 million. And it's like, why?
Is it just people's wages? Is it because of inflation?
That's what it sounds like.
Part of that, part of it was the strike. But even so the conventional wisdom in Hollywood, just how box office works, it usually a movie needs to make 3 or 4 times what it costs to break even.
Right.
Because remember, a studio only gets half of what a movie makes at the box office.
Right.
And they also have to cover their operating costs, their overhead, marketing. That's why they're so expensive. So if a movie,
huge budget.
if a movie costs $200 million to make, its break even is $800 million. And so you put your and Gladiator at $300 million, it's never going to make money.
I don't think so, because in this generation, I don't think, like, some of us will go see it.
I love Gladiator, and people say the movie's supposed to be great. It's got an incredible cast. So I mean, hell, Denzel Washington's in that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's got a great cast. And but I just don't understand. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and think about that, because in this current world that we're in, a lot of people they're just not used to good movies. I'm sorry to say that.
They're not used to going to the movies anymore either. I mean,
because,
shit is dropping 45 days. Shit is dropping. So
people would rather watch YouTube.
That's another thing.
I mean, YouTube, TikTok. By the way, on my own YouTube channel, I put up some special features clips, just minute-long reels of my X-Men documentary stuff from X-Men.
Oh, you did?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they're just so I put up Anna Paquin, James Marsden, 2 Hugh Jackmans, Ian McKellen. So they're just reels
that you did on those.
Yeah, because we produced this. But it's interesting because those little snippets I shot them on the set of X2 in Vancouver. So we were working on the X-Men 1.5 special features and the X2 special features at the same time.
That is so amazing. I remember watching those in the early 2000s. Actually, no bullshit, watching those. So
yeah,
wow,
I mean,
amazing.
I forgot. It's funny because I was like, these are really good. I was like, these are good.
Check them out, man.
And it's funny because I think to myself, my God, because I've been making special features for 20 years. You know, I mean, I started working for Disney, and then I did Lord of the Rings and Narnia and the X-Men movies and Superman, Star Trek. And then the last one I did was for my own film, The Hills Run Red, for Scream Factory back in 2020 came out. Wow. So it's like I first started working in special features in 1999.
Yeah, start putting all that up as shorts, man. Throw them
well, some of it gets flagged for copyright strikes, but
can you do something about that? They'll be like, well,
I don't think anybody cares. I don't think anybody's gonna look.
Well, I think that's just the spider bots, flagging shit. But
yeah, and the thing is, they would have to know. But the special features, people don't even know what they are.
No, they don't. But I feel like you could, when you go up, if you get flagged, you can type it in and be like, "This is me. I did these."
Right, but they're still technically owned by the studio.
Sure, but they may waive it or something. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I'll send you a link to one right now. I'll go grab one because they're fun. Go to my channel, go to the Burnett Work, and look under shorts, because when you look under shorts, they pop up. So
I will definitely look at some of those, because that's really awesome, dude. God, it's been that long. I can't believe X-Men was 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jesus.
So here, I'll put it in the chat if anybody wants. It's I can't. I have to be a host.
Drop in a private, and then I'll drop it in here. Or I can pull it up. But Luminar says these studios blow up these budgets so they can pocket the funds. These companies use locations, prop houses, and other entities they already own. They're essentially paying themselves.
Well, kind of. But it's the problem is there's so many people that work on movies now. I mean, you've got the effects. What was amazing, if you watch that, did you watch the 6-minute effects reel that Toho made for Godzilla -1?
I did.
That's real movie making. Even though you're doing digital, it was so much fun. So there, I just gave you the little link to just Ian McKellen. They're only a minute long, but it's cool.
That's cool though.
It's cool to see him.
Cool to see all that stuff. Guys, I just put a link in the chat. If you guys want to bookmark that, go check it out later. If you haven't already, subscribe obviously to Rob too if you have not. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Old 16, my man, says, I feel like a movie casting is more important than the script, and casting happens before the script is written. Maybe I am wrong. I'm not sure.
No, a casting doesn't happen. I mean, they know, unless it's like a big movie like Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine, they know. But normally if a script if it's an original script, they don't know. You don't know they know who they want to get. But
usually, right? Yeah, they're like, hey, we got a really good idea in mind, and we would like so and so. Maybe we can negotiate with their agents or blah blah blah. What's our budget? Then we can kind of get into it and kind of go from there. Man, you know what? I know you kind of just came in a bit late, Rob, but I think unless we got anything else to talk
No
about.
worries. I got to go feed the dogs anyway. It's all good.
You always got right? I mean,
Yeah, and I'm doing a stream tonight at 10 o'clock.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit.
2 hours.
What's
just viewer letters. I got so many viewer letters. A lot of people tell me that I'm a terrible right-wing loon. I'm like, really? That's interesting. You know, I either get love or hate. Love or hate. So
tonight, in an hour?
2 hours.
2 hours?
8 o'clock Pacific time now.
Oh, that's right.
10 o'clock Pacific.
Okay.
By the way, I just want to say Nanjin dropped that the schedule, you know, on Facebook of all the figures that are coming out in this quarter. It's quarter number 2. Yeesh.
I told you.
I know, but wow.
Right. We got to get some shit rolling.
Get some cash. And did you see the video I posted? That video of the 6-scale bridge?
Dude.
Guys, I have to have one.
Yeah. I'm with you, dude. I am with you. Charlie C, of course, they've got Rob pegged. No, I don't want to get into it. I'm with you as well. I feel like as we gotten older, I don't think our feelings or opinions have changed. I think the rest of the people have shifted a little bit weird to where I'm not really.
I've never been right wing. I've always been. I would consider myself a classical liberal Democrat.
Liberal, yeah, that's how I would feel. But now I'm kind of like, yo, I don't want to really be a part of any of this shit, dude. Like, it's weird.
Well, I think what's happened is people no longer have a sense of the way the world actually is. They believe they live in this dreamland where everything is fair and everything is equitable and no one's mean to one another, even though there's people are more mean now than they've ever been.
That's true.
We lived in the least racist country in the world. Now we're seeing racism creep back up because of all the division, that's happening, and we are going in the absolute wrong direction.
Yeah.
And
we're going back. We're like going backwards.
I feel like we're regressing.
By design, by the way.
By design.
By design. We are being carefully manipulated because it's easier to get us to do what.
Well, I'll say this before we wrap. I will say this. I will say it's easier to keep us fighting each other. Yeah. So that they can have.
That's the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah.
Yes. Divide and conquer. That's what it is.
Yeah, and it's kind of a bummer, but
I know, and it's unfortunate. I miss the good old days.
As long as I get that 6-scale bridge.
Well, listen, that's why I think we collect. That's another reason we love the shit, and it keeps us. Can you imagine if I was on YouTube talking about it, dude? I would fucking be like, you know what? I would start talking a lot about that shit, and it'll just drive me crazy. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm like, no, I hate it, man.
That's why collecting is my happy place.
Yeah, it keeps it good, man. And we are, I would say, we are the United States, and we should stay united, man. It's weird.
Well, that was our look. They can't destroy us militarily, so we're being destroyed from within.
You're right.
There you go.
You're right. There's some deep
thoughts, and we're being played, and everybody's just walking into it.
Yeah,
and that's the frustrating part of it.
Fucking Bob, man. This stream was proudly sponsored by Sinclair Media. We inform, so you will conform.
It's true.
Fucking love it.
Well, you know what's really? I heard a really interesting term called data poisoning, and it's like, I don't know if you heard about. Did you see this thing about Google's AI that got released, and it couldn't make any pictures of any white people?
I saw that, this week.
Yeah, which was any historical figure, it would make them people of color. Just George Washington, a black man, and so Google had to pull it down. They had to pull their thing. So they which was fascinating. But the larger question is, with AI dominating our landscape, can we ever trust any historical information on the internet to be true? But slowly but surely, data poisoning will affect everything. And
there we go.
What could be used? What's really scary is say you're making, I don't know, you're making some chemical to scrape paint off your house. If a bad actor wrote the right code or something, and whatever recipe you got from the internet could be intentionally weaponized and made dangerous so people hurt themselves. So there's going to be no way to know whether you're getting information, political information, scientific information, just how to repair your engine. Is all of our data going to be compromised? All of it.
Oh, 100%, dude. I mean, I could talk about this for hours, man. Yeah. I really can, because this is where people want to talk about, oh, Blade Runner, this and all this cool, like we're here. I just
think everything's probably going to be like blue check validation type of shit. I see that's what they're moving towards, but even that will be compromised. So yeah.
It's really crazy. Oh. Alex Huxley, man, you ever read that, right? Brave New World.
Oh yeah, Brave New World in 1984. What's weird is that we are further away from the actual year of 1984 than 1984 was away from when Orwell published 1984.
That's crazy, bro.
It's so. I mean, when 1984 came out, the movie came out with John Hurt. With the Eurythmics song. It was a big deal. I reviewed it for my high school newspaper.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Luminara's got it right. That's why she side-eyes most things on the internet.
You never know. And listen, now we got Sora, dude. That AI video script is fucking sick, and it's the worst it's ever gonna get right now. It's only gonna get better. All this AI shit's going on. Like, no, you're never gonna know what's real.
And plus, people are 2 or 3 years. People are just gonna prompt, please insert myself in Star Wars as Luke Skywalker. 5 minutes later, you can watch the entire movie, and you're Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, and will there be incentive for anybody to make movies anymore? Will drama even get made?
Yeah.
Good question.
It's already happened with music. When I heard that Drake song a couple of
I
think I was 6 months ago.
And the recording industry said it could be eligible for a Grammy. Like what?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah. Well, listen, really? Rob, Bob's not wrong either. Porn from the future sounds like it'll be magical. It'll be dangerous. It'll be dangerous.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot less people getting married or even being in relationships.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What's gonna happen when high school kids can bully each other by making porn videos of the girl, the most popular girl in class? They can already
mom or something.
Oh, that's even hard.
I mean, what's gonna happen to poor kids? They don't know it's coming down the pike.
Yeah. Stop it, Rob. I have a daughter.
I mean, I'm going to start an OnlyFans account of my own with my own female avatar that's digitally generated. That I can
bet you would absolutely be successful. There's like YouTube channels, Twitch channels where there's money. Yeah. They're just an AI avatar chick playing, and it's a guy playing, but dude, everybody's watching them and fucking giving them money.
I'm going to start giving relationship advice behind my female avatar.
Fucking try it out, man. Try it out. Surrogates with Bruce Willis. Yeah, I remember that, dude.
Yeah.
So, it is tough. But guys, listen, we're probably gonna wrap. Jay, what are you up to on your channel, my man?
Okay, so we got some shit. We got some shit.
Yeah, you got some shit.
We got some shit. So we got Darth Vader. That's coming. That's C3PO that's already up. Please watch that video. That video should have way more views than it has. Oh man. The Algor just doesn't like algorithm, but yeah,
I like that. That's like Cockney rhyming slang.
There you go. So but that's up. Vader should be here hopefully Monday, so we'll be doing a review on that. That's going to be awesome. We'll be trying some new stuff with that review, so that's going to be fun. We got the 100th episode of Best of the Best coming on, and I would love both of you gentlemen to be on that 100th episode.
When is that 100th episode?
It should be in a couple weeks. I would say second week of March.
I'll tell you exactly when it's going to be right now. It is going to be March 7th.
There you go. Thank you so much. March 7th. You heard it here first. 100th episode of Best of the Best. So I
will be there 100%.
Thank you so much. That's going to be amazing. And what else we got going on? Oh, Mama Cousins. That's going to be on Monday. Part 2 of the Beatles. Mama Cousins going to be doing that. That's going to be amazing. And whatever comes out, we'll jump right on it and we'll talk about it as we always do. And I'll be on Say What be on this show, Tales from the Dark Side, that Saturday, and it just keeps rolling and rolling, baby.
Oh yeah, if you guys, I love that, the algorithm. Thank you, Bob Dylan. If you don't already know, there is a link in the description, but here for your convenience, Bob has also dropped the link to Brother Cousins Jay's channel. If you are new to Jay, please go give him a like, give him a sub. Awesome content as always. And my brother Rob, my man, thank you for better late than never, and it's always a pleasure.
For me too.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, Rawbservations, just doing stuff, doing a show tonight. Viewer letters, I have a lot of them. I found a cache of letters I didn't know that I got, so I'm going to be reading a lot of letters. It's funny, one guy wrote in and said that the guy who said I was the right-wing loon and that I'd fallen in his estimation, and I wrote I wrote him an email back, and very nice email, and thanking him to write in, but I thought he was mistaken, but I was very nice about it. Of course, the email address he sent me was fake. So I hate that. If somebody wants to take me to task, why not open a dialogue? Why
exactly?
Why not? He's doing a drive-by calling me an asshole, and that's it.
Well, that's what they do these days, and then they'll block.
And that's the bullshit. It's like if you want to really talk to me about it, let's open up a conversation. Let's get it. Let's do it, baby.
Right. And I find it interesting that we now live in a world where if somebody doesn't like what you've said or doesn't like your opinion, you just become like that invalidates your entire existence. Like I've been watching people say this. I've been watching you for years. I love all your knowledge and what you say about movies, but I hated this one thing that you said this week. So F you.
Yeah, that's fucking
so weird. It's like so I'm now a non-person. I've been because I disagree with you about Gaza. I mean, what does that say? It's such a weird way to be. Like I have lots of friends that I disagree with about certain things, even on figures. I like this face sculpt, and they don't like the face sculpt. And I'm not like.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing, and that's funny. Rob's personal mantra for life: never come too early. Bob Dylan. So I will say one thing that do is that I run our server, our Discord server. There's Bob's in there all the time. There's a lot of us, man. We don't agree on shit. We get heated and we'll start talking shit. We'll start talking Trump. We'll start talking Biden. We'll start talking fucking whatever, and we get heated. But we're all friends, you know. And it's like cool. That was fun. Fuck you for a little bit. I'm gonna go get something to eat, And it's fun because we're friends. You can have that civil discourse amongst each other and be like, cool. I still respect you. I don't, just because we don't agree on certain things, right? CT says it all the time, man. Agreeing with me is not a fucking prerequisite, right, to being my friend, and that's true.
There you go.
True. So
totally agree.
Yeah, people need to have more civil discourse, man.
Absolutely.
Just don't mention pegging around AJ here. Pursuit of Awesomeness. He kind of freaks out. He doesn't like that. But I have more respect for people who argue this.
I'll say to AJ what I say to everybody about everything. Don't knock it till you tried it.
Right. Bob says we always respect one another in the Discord. It's really rare these days, but Mafia's 100% wrong about Clone Wars. I never said I don't like it.
It's animated. It's not real.
We can't go that route though, because there's some animated stuff I like, and
but
video
it's not
games
real.
I like. But what is real? No,
animation.
We'll save that for another day. What is real?
It's just an
guys,
endless joke we keep saying. It's not real.
Yeah, it's not real. Go check out.
How about that Discovery Season 5 trailer? Woo!
Did they drop that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It's anything but Star Trek. If you're looking to see the Star Trek show. It's like the Borderlands trailer. Hey, look at this! It's Guardians of the Galaxy. Discovery's like 6 different things rolled into one, and none of them are good.
Damn. Jesus. Well, all right. Well, listen, guys. What do I have going on? Again, I just got 3PO. I think I'm working on like a short. I'm just gonna put up a couple of shorts. I did a photo. It's okay. I could have probably done better, but I'm gonna do some more photos on it. Have some fun. Do a couple shorts. Tuesday show should be back. This Tuesday, I've got Hector and CT on there as well. And I don't know what else we're going to be talking about, but the Chinese New Year is over, man. We are full speed ahead with Hot Toys. And as you mentioned, we get X06, right? There's a lot of Star Trek coming for all our Trekkies. So much good stuff out there. Guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Come join us in the Discord. Links in the description below, along with everybody else's channels, all that. Check out all the links are provided. below. Come check us all out, man. You guys have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you guys later. Peace out.